As we wind down our class today, I wanted to share with you Dave Letterman when he had the Tonight Show on CBS. He had Dave Letterman's top 10. Well, I'm going to give you my top 10 issues, legal issues I had to contend with as a school principal. Um, Number 10 would be personnel matters. Of course, I'm going in reverse. You have them listed 1 to 10. I'm going in reverse. Personnel matters. There were times where I had to be ready to testify or to give a deposition or to give some type of a sworn statement regarding personnel issues, whether it be a termination hearing, whether it be a teacher conduct hearing. Those are legal issues. Domestic issues, when you have domestic issues related to students, custody issues, those have grave legal implications that the school has to be very careful. And especially when you deal with minor children or you deal with FERPA, which is student information privacy. You have to, if there's a domestic situation where there's a divorce and a father or a mother is not allowed to have access to children, those are critical issues. Number 8, child protective services. When we've had to report issues relating to student safety, we are as educators mandatory reporters, and then we have number 7, weapons. And what happens if a student brings a gun to school? When a student brings a gun to school, we don't mess around. We don't call child protective services. We automatically call police. Um, so if you want to know what that noise in the background is, I am in a school today. So what about drugs and drug paraphernalia? Uh, Drug sniffing dogs, drug testing. For me, on my level, I just had to contact authorities because a student brought weed to school that he found, or maybe a weapon or something like that. Student conduct and discipline. Yes, when we administer discipline at the school level, parents have the right to appeal the decision that we make at the school level, and they can get a hearing. Well, the Ohio Revised Code is very generous to us that if we don't violate due process, that means if we don't violate any of the rights and responsibilities that we have to render to students and parents, we pretty much will be upheld unless there is something that is extraneous, and then it falls into another category. Number 4 would be teacher performance. When you have an educator or a personnel matter and you recommend non-renewal, that is a legal process because teachers are entitled to go before a hearing to fight for their jobs if they feel like they've been wrongly recommended for termination. Please understand that the school principal, does not terminate a teacher or personnel. Anybody who works with the school, neither does the central office administration. Uh, Employee hearings and employee matters are legislated by the board. They have to be adopted and ratified by the board. Number 3, teachers union contract issues. Yes, the reason why we have to pay attention to teacher contract issues because those are legally binding documents between a board and a school district. And yes, I have had grievances filed against me for alleged violations of the contract in which there were no violations at all. But understand that when there is a stalemate between the administration and the teachers union, it can go all the way up to arbitration and yes, even court. Teacher conduct is huge. If there's an issue, as you will see in one of the videos regarding a teacher who regarding a teacher who or they were talking about a teacher who has had problems with a relationship with students. Those are serious issues that we have to consider. And also special education IEPs. That's huge. Dr. Palkin will tell you more about that. It has been my pleasure to welcome you to our first online class. The time now is 10:50. I know some of the videos are still uploading. If they have not uploaded by the conclusion of this, by the time class starts, they will be uploaded at a later date. Thank you so much for your attention. Now, I need for you to post your 5 questions. Look at the module, look at the assignment below this particular presentation within week 5 module, and list your questions there. See you on Wednesday.